Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee Around the Globe. It's going to be a fun experience. We're just waiting on a couple of people to get on here, but it seems like a couple people have already joined, so that's awesome. That's awesome. Hope you can hear me. This is going to be the tenth episode of Coffee Around the Globe. And so, if you can't hear me, just write in the comments, and I'll be able to see those and be able to turn up my volume as I am already. But I'm really excited about today because today is going to be a good day. Good morning to those people. Good morning to everyone in USA, and good evening to those. Good afternoon to people in Germany. I'm really excited to get this going. Like I said, this is the 10th episode of Coffee Around the Globe. So far, we've had coaches, we've had professional players, we've had ministry partners, we've had tons of people on this episode and give their experience, their perspective of NRB. But today is going to be a really cool day because we're going to get the opportunity to have the perspective from a woman that's been part of the camps, a youth woman that's been part of the camps for the last four and a half years. So I'm really excited about that. Not only is she been part of the camps, but I've actually been having the honor to be one of her mentors over the many years living in Germany. So, like I said, it's going to be a great opportunity to hear from a previous camper, their experience, their perspective, what NRB is like in the camps, the life of an NRB worker. So, before I talk anymore, let me introduce you to her. Her name is Hannah. Let me get her on here so that the world can see her go live with us. So let's see. There she
What
is.
up?
Hannah.
Hey Andrew, how are you doing?
Good, doing good. Thanks for taking the time and opportunity to be a part of
I
this.
appreciate it. I
Yeah,
appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
no problem. So, to get my head in the view.
Yeah, I'm
uh,
also kind of looking.
yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
So to give everyone a brief introduction about Hannah, um, whenever was living in Germany, Lauf Pignitz to be correct, I had the opportunity to coach her for 1 year, train her for many years. Also, opportunity to be her mentor. She's part of the NRB camps for the last 4 years. She's also been a coach, part of a younger generation of NRB camps. And yeah, her faith has just grown tremendously since I've been there. No glory to me for sure, but just shows you though that how much faith and how much work she wanted to put into her faith and getting a mentor, as well as her skills of wanting to get to the next level, playing regional league now. She can ball. Don't just because she's a girl, she can ball. Women can ball too.
Yeah,
But
of
like I
course.
said, Hannah, I'm glad that you're on here and taking the time out of the day. Do you have
Yeah,
your
sure.
cup of coffee, or I should say tea?
Tea, you know me, I don't
Tea
drink
it is.
coffee.
Is it chai tea?
Mm. Actually not. I think sweet chai. It's sweet chai.
Sweet chai. Okay, close enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't have chai latte
Coffee
anymore.
as always.
I'm
So
sorry. Yeah.
we got about 12 views on here. That's cool. For those tuning in, if you ever have any questions, have any comments, just type it in the comment section, and we'll be able to answer those. If you have any questions about NRB from me, or even from the perspective from a camper. So let's get started. How about that?
Yeah. All right, let's do it.
All right. So Hannah, I've shared a little bit about who you are, but how about you share a little bit about who you are from your
All
perspective?
right.
You know yourself better than I do.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm Hannah Eriosice. As most of you know me, I just turned 18 years old. I've been playing basketball for like 4 years now. It all started with that NRB camp, back in the days. Other than that, I sing. I love to meet my friends, spend time with my family, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, and currently I'm on my way to graduation. I'm in the upper class right now. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and it's all going good actually. So I'm pretty glad about that.
Awesome. Well, congrats on your 18th birthday. Happy
Yeah, you
birthday.
forgot about that. You did not congratulate
Oh.
me. Shame on you.
Hey, but I did get you a present the last couple of years, so it's kind of hard sending presents.
We only did one karaoke practice out of 5. Just saying.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
My bad, my bad. I'll make it up. I'll make it up.
All right.
But yeah, thanks for that. Is the season so here in the States, coronavirus, and around the world, coronavirus as well. But more on the topic of basketball, has it stopped basketball over there, or
Mm.
what's the whole situation over there look like? Are you able to practice, stay in shape? Give the viewers over here in America something to hear.
All right. So right now we're having our second lockdown. That means no school. That means no practice, except for like the higher leagues like First Bundesliga, stuff like that. And also shops are closed, so I'm not having practice. I'm going to with my and yeah. Other than that, we don't have school right now. You hear
Okay.
me because the connection was kind of bad. Uh,
Yeah, it's
but I'm
going
having
out.
online school. Yeah. All right. Just tell me if it like goes off.
All right.
Um, and what else? Wait, that kind of caught me off guard. Um, and yeah, we're having online school right now. It's kind of exhausting, but you got to do what you got to do. Yeah.
Of course, of course. So, with basketball, is this your first year playing regional league, right? One of the kind
Yeah, it
of
is.
professional leagues, it's pretty good being 18 years old. What do you think about it so far?
I love it. First when I came there, it kind of sucked. Cause now that like the season was cut off, I really started to improve and like get along with the team so well. I love them. They are amazing, and they welcomed me really warm. And yeah, the games they started getting better, and the practices really. And then the season and practice was just cut off. That kind of sucked. But other than that, it's amazing. It's so cool to play with them, to actually have the opportunity. I've worked so hard, I know that, and now actually being able to play there in the higher leagues and just get kind of um, a view on how things go there. Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, that's
that's so
awesome.
cool.
It's really cool to hear that you're fitting in well with the team, and it's
Mm,
always that first year, no matter if it's first year of high school, first year of college, first year of any team. It takes a while to get used to it.
yeah,
The speed is a little bit different, but I'm glad to hear though that you're able to starting to fit in better.
yeah, it's amazing for real.
um, Talking more about basketball though, but more about news release basketball. Um, but uh, um, you were part of, or have been a part of, camps for the last 4 years.
Mm,
Why don't you give the perspective of what it is, what a camp is to you? What do you like? What are your top two favorite things?
yeah.
We've had coaches on here give their perspective. We've had players give their perspective, but I think it's something special to hear the perspective, the experience from a camper as yourself.
Yeah, so camp has always been amazing. It's like these past 4 years, I did a lot of camps, and each and every year I was surprised again. It's just the atmosphere, like, oh, you're smiling. It's just the atmosphere, like, really being around people that that accept you. Like they're all so kind and nice and open to everybody. And I think like one of the key characters definitely is like the mix between basketball and faith. So not only being able to meet other people that share their experiences with you, you are able to improve your basketball skills, and that's so cool. And even if you even if you're not believing at the moment, it's so great to kind of peek into it and just see what it is and what it can be, also to connect these kind of things. And yeah, so what I always saw like the last years, there were not like only Christian people. There were people from all around the world, and they were also welcomed, and they kind of saw how it was going, and I loved the atmosphere for real. That's like my first favorite thing, I would say.
Awesome.
Just like hearing other experiences. Also, I mean, American people, when the professional basketball players coming to Germany and just teaching you how to play basketball, that's super cool. And I've had the best talks there, and just in the small groups having the discussions, stuff like that. That's super cool. And on the other hand, 5-on-5 at the end, you already know. You
Those get
remember, huh? What did you say?
those get crazy intense.
Yeah, yeah. I saw like I one time like so many people they cried because they were so into it. Like we were all like it was really competition and I loved it. And I don't know, you remember the shoelacers? Yeah, we were going, oh, that was so cool. Like the best times, really.
I remember the Tiger Girls. You remember those?
Oh, that was like so at the beginning. Yeah,
Hmm.
definitely.
That's awesome. Yeah, a lot of people. I love that you brought the competition to one of your favorite things because a lot of people think that Christians are timid and that they're weak, or but that's actually the opposite's true. If you have faith, if you're a Christ follower, you want to do everything to the best of your abilities to give glory to Christ.
Hmm,
And so it's
definitely.
not fair to God for you to only go half 50%. You know,
Hmm.
and it's not
Yeah,
fair to other people to not give your best to them. It only gets them better. It gets you better. It shows it honors Christ. So I really
yeah,
love you're able to that competition and the skills were one of your top two things, including the faith. The faith is what
yeah,
makes inner camps a little bit special
yeah.
than other.
Definitely. And also what kind of came into my mind was like, God gave us the ability to like play basketball. So why not use it and give our best and give it all we got. We play through Christ. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, and talking about faith, while I was living in Laos for I think it was 5 years. That was crazy. Throughout those years, I was able to meet up with several of the youth, including yourself, and to have weekly devotions, weekly meetups, coffee and donuts, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And that came from seeing you and seeing how much your faith has grown in the camp and asking you, hey, you want to meet up? Why don't you give the viewers your experience about that? As in,
Yeah, sure.
like, how was that experience? Why did you agree to meet up with this guy who's losing weight? And
Uh,
what God taught you through those meetings?
yeah, so I remember like being actually in a pretty bad place, and just hearing all those stories, from like God. I always felt like I always wanted, since I'm the daughter of a preacher, of course, I've always had God in my life and I believed in him, but it was always like I tried to get in contact with him, but I never felt like I really felt him in my life. And so I struggled like getting to that point, and I was so glad you approached me that day. I was so glad. It literally changed everything. I wanted to change something about my life, definitely. And yeah, so it's hard to like put our meetings and what I've learned through them in just a few words because it definitely was life changing. It changed a whole attitude. It changed my whole life. But definitely one thing like just for explanation, we always used to like read books from like authors, Christian authors, and we talked about them every week, like one chapter or something. And if we had questions, we always like had the opportunity to discuss. And one thing I really struggled with was like standing up for my faith. Just I was kind of afraid, I would say. So through our meetings, I was encouraged more and more to stand up for it and yeah, to share it with other people, just like right now. And also how big God's love is. It's you cannot put it in words. It's something you cannot describe. It's a feeling that hits you through your whole body. And
Mhm.
what else? There was one more thing I would say. Um, that God has a plan and a purpose for everybody. That's something I did not know before. I didn't have on my mind like that before. And just learning about the Bible, learning about yeah, about God itself, himself, that it was all like just put together. It was amazing, for real.
That's awesome, Hannah. Yeah. Every week you grew. Every weekend. It's just um, to know who you are now and to know who you were then. Complete two different Hannahs. I won't tell them who the other person was, but I remember. I remember. But no, thanks for sharing that because I think a lot of people don't know that the NRB players that have the opportunity to stay long term, they're not just there to play or coach. They're also there to be tip makers, to share Christ with those who want to know who Christ is through basketball. And we're able to have those opportunities through those meetings, one-on-one meetings, through small group, through church, through just getting to know people on the basketball court. I mean, using basketball, right, is such an awesome
It's
way
amazing.
to share your faith. And for you to share your faith here is crazy awesome.
Yeah, big step, but you got to take it.
Yeah, for sure. You gotta take it. But God rewards those for those who stay close to Him and want to take the extra step. Speaking of taking extra steps, you took an extra step about a year ago, and not only were you a camper, but you took that step into being a coach in Munich, in one of our younger generation basketball
Yeah.
camps. How was that experience for you? Because I remember before then you were like, I don't know if I can coach. I don't know if I should go.
Oh, yeah.
You're going.
Yeah. Yeah, that was also a big step, like I told you about. It was crazy because I never felt like I was good enough, but y'all just gave me the feeling like, hey, just do it. And eventually I did the pain station. I hyped them kids up. It was amazing to see, to be in the role of a coach this time. Also to see how the coaches interacted with each other. That was something I've never experienced before. And in that week, yeah, God felt closer than ever.
That's awesome.
And with the kids, also, like I said, I did the pain station. It was so funny just seeing how exhausted they were. But on the other hand, also how, yeah, what kind of a connection you can build just through small groups and how a lot of them kids did not even know like about God and Jesus and just telling about your experience with God and like um how you met him. It was
Mm,
so crazy, and they just stood there with like wide open eyes, and they were like, "Oh my God, yeah, really?" And they were all so sweet. Yeah, it was amazing.
that's awesome. I love hearing that. Not only from yourself, but um, like you said, it's hard to share what NRB is in words, what the camps
Yeah.
are in words, but it's one of those things that you just gotta experience. One of those things that you just have to be there and see
Mm,
it happen. But I think we're doing a pretty good job though with having these
absolutely.
coffee around the globes to get different people's perspective on the camps and what they
Absolutely.
think about it. But yeah, that's awesome. So I'm not gonna take up so much of your day, Hannah. I got one last question to ask you
All
though,
right, go ahead.
and it's actually for all those younger kids, younger generation that are actually going to watch this now or watch it later. Um, Maybe it helps them. So what is one advice that you would give your younger self um, many years ago about faith?
That's a good question. Just like you said, I changed a lot. So, through the last year and since we've been meeting. So, yeah, I definitely took some thought on that before. Um, First, I would say, like we talked about, the encouragement was a really, really big thing. I remember being really afraid to stand up for my faith, for my beliefs. And I've had like that came from like situations like in school, for example. I talked like I said something, oh, I was in that service yesterday, or I talked with them about it, and I was kind of getting like I felt kind of put down. Um, oh, wait, all right, we're good. I kind of felt put down, and they just laughed about me. They made fun. So that was really hard, and just yeah, stand up for your beliefs, and know that you have a purpose, and be strong in what you believe in, and what you want to share with the people. If they don't want to accept, that's fine. That's on them. But definitely try to get it close to you, and if it doesn't work, it's in God's hands. But you definitely have to take the step to try to approach them that way, I
Next
think.
steps for sure.
Yeah.
So I hope everyone that had the opportunity to watch this live, or if you're watching this at a later time, I hope that this conversation encouraged, inspired, or even motivated you to take that next step. As you've seen and heard from Hannah, many years ago to now, as a changed woman, um, following Christ each and every day, taking up the cross each and every day. And I'm so excited, Hannah, to be able to support you, to be able to be on your side, be in your corner, mentor you, and I'm really excited about the future for you. I really am.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
many steps you've taken already to where the future is. Um, I'm really excited, and I know for sure that God's smiling on you, Hannah. So
Yeah.
keep up the faith and keep taking those next steps. Okay.
All right. Got you.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thanks for everyone watching. Thanks, Hannah, for taking the time out of the day
Thanks for having me.
to have a coffee, or for you, a sweet chai
Yeah.
around the globe. And we'll stay in touch, Hannah, and everyone else. We will talk to you later. Be blessed. Have a great day, and take the next steps. Until then,
Yeah.
be blessed. Bye.
See you.